Hello everyone, it's appleminte and welcome back again to my channel. If you're new here or haven't already, please take a second to subscribe or hit the notification bell so you guys know when I post a new art related video. For today's video, I have gone ahead and sketched out a girl. I based her loosely on Viperine Gorgon from Monster High. So for today's video, I will be using all of my pastel markers to color this drawing in and we'll see where it goes. So since I already did a quick sketch, the next step is to line it. I have these Arteza fine liners, the 72 set. If you are interested in checking these out, you definitely check that out in the link that I will leave in the description box below. But as you can see, the 72 set provides me with a huge range of colors. So for today's video, since we are doing a pastel rainbow theme, I think that these are the lightest, more pastel-y colors in the set. So I'm going to be using these to line our artwork, and then I will pull out my Copic collection and we will go through that. I'm really happy with these colors right now. I feel like I'm in heaven. So let's start lining. So as I said before, when I was coming up with this character for this drawing, I was somewhat inspired by the character Viperine from Monster High. If you don't know, I actually collect Monster High dolls. I think they're beautiful, and I like to display them in my room and get inspiration from them when I draw. So from that, I went and I kind of brought it more into a Flower Child 70s vibe. So that was the inspiration for this. And I don't always draw in this type of style, but I'm also really into the like semi-realistic style. You know, I like to do pouty faces, big lips, big eyes. So yeah, I had a lot of fun when I sketched this out. And my whole thing for this quote-unquote challenge, I guess it's not a legitimate challenge, I just kind of challenged myself to do a full drawing in pastel. So I didn't want to use any black liners in this, except for the eyelashes. That's the only exception, because I wanted that to pop. But everything else, I did not want to use any black liners. So in my mind, I kind of tried to decide ahead of time what color everything was going to be, because normally I'm able to just go ahead, line everything in black, and then choose colors later, but I kind of had to choose the colors earlier on in the process and visualize them beforehand, because I needed the line art of each part of her, you know, so for the outfit and the hair, I needed that to match whatever color I was going to color it. So it required a bit of planning ahead of time, but I'm happy with the positioning of each color. I wanted to spread each color out, so that way nothing was too close to each other and each color got a good amount of use within the drawing. So now I'm going to go through my Copic marker case. In this case, I now have both Copics and some of my fine color markers mixed, but I think I might stick mostly to Copic for this drawing. So I'm going to try to pick out some of the pastels. So as you can see, I did a lot of, I stuck with pinks, I stuck with light lavender, blue, yellow, and green. So those are the kind of colors I'm going to look for along with the skin tone for her. So yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I pulled out a ton of colors. I'm going to try to use all of them for this challenge. If I need more, I will definitely pick out more. So let's get started into coloring. So real quick before we get into the coloring portion of this video, I want to let you guys know that Skillshare is the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, art, watercolor, coloring, you name it. They've got basically everything. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their fields, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. One course that I personally really like is called Coloring with Markers, The Fundamentals. I really like this course because it really brings you back to basics, so definitely check it out if you're interested. I will leave a link in the description below. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms out there, because an annual subscription is less than $10 a month. So since Skillshare is really awesome, if you click on the link in my description below, you will get a 2-month free trial, but please act fast because it's only for the first 500 people. If you can't tell, I really like it, so definitely check that out. Now on to the coloring portion of this video. So I'm just gonna throw this out there now. My absolute favorite part of drawing is coloring, next to sketching, but I really do love to color. Liner is not my favorite just because it takes me forever, and it's always so stressful because you have to be so careful that, you know, one wrong move and it's like your lines are all screwed up and it's kind of permanent. So yeah, liner always stresses me out, but the coloring I always have a lot of fun with. So for this one, to keep with the theme of pastels, I was feeling a light skin tone for her, so I had a lot of fun with the shading and giving her some blush on her cheeks. That's something I always really like to do. I always like the way it makes the face come more alive when you add some blush. So that's something I had fun with. But for everything else, like I said before, I chose the colors ahead of time when I was doing the line art, so I didn't have to do too much thinking at this part. However, I wanted to keep everything pretty simple, so as you'll see as I'm coloring, I am shading and I am leaving areas for highlights. However, I didn't go crazy with the shading because I didn't want anything to be too dark. However, I still wanted areas to have some definition and variation in color. So I call this a challenge for myself because normally I have about 100 something Copic markers, and then I have 70 fine color markers, which I don't really count, but I have them just in case I need a color that I don't have in my Copic range. So for this drawing, I stuck to Copic markers with the exception of, I think, one part when I was shading her hair. I used a little bit of a fine color marker that I didn't have in a Copic shade. But as I was saying, I am used to being able to just kind of choose from the large range of colors that I have, and I normally use very vibrant colors. So for this, I wanted to stick to a theme and see if I could do it. And I also wanted to try to pick out every color of the rainbow. So I had some purples, pinks, yellows, greens, blues. I wanted to use everything in this drawing. Normally I limit myself to about 3 or 4 colors per drawing, just because I don't want it to be too all over the place or too messy. So this was a challenge for me in the sense that I wanted to be able to place all the colors around the drawing in a way that they looked natural and not too crazy, but also I didn't want to do, I guess my only regret for this drawing was that I didn't use enough blue, and I kind of noticed that after I finished. I thought the blue in her glasses, lips, and a little tattoo there was going to have more of an impact than it does. I think the blue kind of disappears a little bit in the majority of this drawing overall. So that's something that I would definitely change if I went back and changed around some of the placement of these colors. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way everything came out. Like I said, I didn't go too crazy with shading. As you can see in the hair, I went and I did some dark pink shadowing toward the back of her hair there, behind her head. But other than that, I tried to keep it pretty light. I had some gradients leading to the little snakes in her hair, and one of them I had like a little cute face, and the other one kind of had little angry eyes. So I don't know, that was just a little touch I threw in there. But yeah, I wanted everything. I also wanted a lot of like fades and ombres. So as you can see with the outfit there, I tried to make it go from green to golden to like a light yellow. And in the hair, I did the pink to purple. So I wanted this to be a very like flowy, keeping with the pastel theme, fadey, and like I said, not too many dark shadows. I think it's always good to try to push yourself as an artist, and it also helps you improve by choosing different colors that maybe you wouldn't have chosen, or picking a color theme and trying to push yourself to do something with that. I think that definitely helps you improve and learn to work with different situations and different colors overall. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm happy with the way it turned out overall. So everyone, that was my little pastel art challenge. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with it, and it definitely pushed me to try new things with it and like use colors that I might not have used before and combinations of colors that I might not have used. So definitely try this out yourself and let me know what you think in the comments below if you like this theme and if you like this art style. I'm not, of course, ditching my usual art style, but this is something that I like to do time to time. So let me know if you like this kind of art and you want to see more of it. So until my next video, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below. You can also check out my links in my description for my Instagram, my shop, and all links on the products that I used today. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye bye!